Hello everyone, my name is Jade. I am a licensed esthetician here at Puresthetics. Today we have a really fun video. We're talking about a client that I've been working with for a couple months now, working on clearing up their acne. It's been a pretty severe inflamed case, so that means it's a lot going on and there's a lot of big pustules with a lot of redness as well as a lot of congestion, so there's a lot of blackheads in there as well. Really just got the whole thing going on. So this is how we cleared them up. For their first treatment, we always do an enzyme, a light foaming enzyme, just to get their skin acclimated and really see what they can handle. Sometimes people can't handle the enzyme at all, and then we really just kind of have to pivot and put them on really gentle products to heal up their skin barrier, because if you can't even handle an enzyme, that means your skin barrier is just completely broken and it needs to be repaired. The skin barrier is the thing that protects the skin from, free radicals and everything in the air. Your skin is naturally a little bit acidic, so if that is off balance, too dry or whatever, your skin will be having some issues. So first things first, we analyze and see what they can handle. He was good, so we went ahead and did the whole full enzyme, really making sure that he's getting a good exfoliation. And then we went ahead and did extractions. Extractions are a really big part of clearing someone's acne. You really have to get that stuff out of their face. If you just leave it there, then you're just gonna have a lot of stuff stuck in your face, and it'll get a little better, but not to its best ability. So we really want to have the best results possible, and that means we have to do a lot of extractions and some really good treatments. The first one is the enzyme. Then we go ahead and give him LED therapy after the extractions are done. The LED therapy helps a ton to really start stimulating your face to heal itself up. It reduces a lot of that inflammation, and it stimulates elastin and collagen in your skin, getting really deep down into the deeper layers of your skin. So it helps a lot whether you have acne or not, whether you have aging skin or not. I use LED therapy on every single client just to reduce the redness from their skin being manipulated and stuff, and also stimulate that blood flow and get everything healing up nicely. After the LED therapy is when I'll give him his brand new routine. So we customize every regimen for every single person. I don't think I have a single client that has the same regimen as another one, or even me, because I use all the products as well. I struggle with acne as well. That's one of the reasons I got in this business. I needed to help myself and I wanted to help others clear up their acne and feel confident. So I use all the products. I'm my own guinea pig, so I don't think there's any person that has the same regimen as me or anyone else. So it's fully customized. Going over his regimen, I first gave him the acne wash, which has a little bit of benzoyl peroxide in it. It's just a wash, no scrub. It's just a foaming cleanser with a little bit of antibacterial properties. Then I gave him a normalizing tonic from Vivant. The normalizing tonic is really nice for keeping everything balanced and also giving an extra boost of active ingredients in there. Also just an extra boost of antibacterial properties, because when you're rubbing after the cleanser, it kind of gets more dirt out that you probably wouldn't have got off, just from cleansing. You can kind of see, like, sometimes it's a little dirty on the cotton pad, and that's just some extra dirt coming off, which is great. That's the goal. It's a little extra boost, but like not too much. We're still on the low end of percentages and actives. Next, I gave him a 5% glycolic serum. Since his skin barrier was not super impaired and was able to handle, a good amount of exfoliation and extractions and stuff like that, I tested him for serums, which is just like a little bit on each section, and see if he felt it. There wasn't a lot going on, so I went ahead and gave him the 5% serum to start using. That stuff helps a lot to get down deep into the pores and start breaking up all that congested oil and dirt and skin cells and just all the nasty things that get stuck in the pores. Really helps to start bringing that down, as well as the inflammation, because it's reducing all of that activity. The last two things are moisturizer and SPF. So the SPF 30, I have the back bar that I use on our clients. I know a lot of people like to go up to SPF 50, and that's really just personal preference, because SPF 15 and above is fine. If you go lower than 15, you're not getting anything, protected. But 15 and above, perfectly fine, and 30 is my favorite. The formulation for the SPF 30 is a chemical sunscreen, so no white cast, and it's really good for all skin types, including darker ones, because it doesn't, leave a white cast or anything. They recently reformulated it to add niacinamide and a couple other really good ingredients, so it actually helps to moisturize and condition your skin as well as protect it now, so I really like it. I'm pretty sure there's some, niacinamide, sodium hyaluronate, so hyaluronic acid in there as well. Really good stuff. I love the formula. And then Clear Derma is my favorite moisturizer from Face Reality. It has niacinamide, some really good extracts in there to help control oil, and it's a very thick but not too heavy moisturizer. I have oily skin, so I do need moisture, but I also don't need a ton to the point where it's like a thick, creamy moisturizer. It is thick and creamy, but it's not oil-based. So it's hard to explain. It's a very in-between moisturizer, but it's also very mattifying, and it's like the best balance of moisture for pretty much any client, unless you're like super dry. I give Clear Derma to most of my clients that have acne and need moisture to balance out, all the actives and stuff that's going on. So Clear Derma, SPF are the moisturizers. When he came in for his next appointment, I went ahead and started our trichloric acid peels. 1, 2, and 3, they come like this. And then we have our back peel. The back peel has the highest level of trichloric acid out of all of them. Whenever we do peels, we only do what your skin can handle. It's never like the crazy videos that you'll see on the internet where somebody just put like a random peel on somebody and then it instantly frosted and looked really horrible and was really stinging really badly. Or it's not like, the crazy peels that you'll get like in the doctor's office where they like peel off your whole face. It's like nothing crazy like that. So we wipe it on after we've cleansed, and then we go ahead and do extractions. We put you under the LED after that to help your skin start to heal up, because sometimes you are bleeding and stuff from extractions. And then after that, we just give you a sunscreen. Depending on, what's going on, if you're like way farther in the program and your products are working for you, then we don't switch stuff up. But this early on, we switched stuff up pretty much every single appointment. So for him, I went ahead and added in a retinol. The retinol helps so much to really further get down deep in those pores and start reducing that hyperpigmentation. It's also water-based and it's derived from vitamin A. Vivant Skincare's program is so good. That's my absolute favorite for retinol, especially when it comes to acne clients, because most retinols are suspended in like an oil-based cream, and that's not good for acne. So we use one that's water-based, serums, as well as other actives added in there, depending on what level you're at. So he'll put that on at night. You always want to use your retinols at night when your skin is doing its thing. Your skin does most of its, cell turnover and healing at night while you're sleeping. So you always want to use your retinol at night, especially because it can make you more sensitive to light as well as all the other things. You just don't want to really bother with that in the morning. So his routine as of now is using the acne wash, the normalizing tonic, and then he'll use glycolic 5% in the morning with SPF. And then at night, he's been using acne wash, toner, then retinol, and Clear Derma. So pretty much same day to night, just swapping a couple products out there. I try to keep them as simple as possible because, less is more, but at the same time, you want to cover all bases. So I try to keep it pretty simple for people when they're first getting into it. We really just want to start off slow and get you into the habit of taking care of your skin every single day, because it's a huge habit that people like really don't have implemented into their lifestyle. Getting into this is more like, it's more than just clearing your skin. Like, it's really a big lifestyle change. So after we do peels, every single time we always switch to a gentle regimen for 2 to 3 days while the peel is active and working. So whenever we have a peel, I always tell all of my clients for 2 to 3 days after that to just use sunscreen in the morning and then give it a good wash and moisturize at night. No actives, because you don't want to do too much to your skin, because it'll get to a point where then you start impairing your barrier. So we always want to keep everything balanced. The peel is going to do enough for 2 to 3 days, and then after that is when you can start using your actives again to continue to boost that up and further the peeling process. So a month later, he comes in and we do another peel. We add a stronger serum because he needed a little refill of things, but I didn't want him to plateau, so I added a stronger serum called Exfol A. It's the next step up after Dermagel in the retinol series. So that one helps a lot to further reduce inflammation and keep all the same benefits as before, but it's just a little bit stronger. It has niacinamide, urea, and glycolic acid added in with the retin A. It's all in the same formula, so that serum is pretty strong, but it works so well to keep, you know, your skin clear, keep everything from getting congested, keep things from getting inflamed, and really just keep your skin conditioned to stay clear. 2 weeks later, I had him come in, and that's when we do another peel. Our peel procedure is always the same. So we do a cleanse, we give you the peel, then we do extractions after it's settled in and loosened up your pores, and then we give you LED therapy. So we do that, and then I gave him a acne scrub to really get in there and exfoliate the small little pores in his nose and things like that, really exfoliate everything out mechanically, because sometimes you really just need both mechanical and chemical exfoliation. They work differently, and sometimes you need both if it's really just that bad. So went ahead and gave him that, and then I also gave him a 5% Acne Med gel. So sometimes I'll have people use that as spot treatment because it can make you a little too dry, but in his case I had him use it all over his face for an extra boost of antibacterial and inflammation reduction. A lot of words. Okay. A month and a half after that session, he travels a lot, so it took him a little while to come back in, but it's okay because, you know, the products are still gonna work while he's not seeing me, so I'm not really worried about it. So we do another peel, and then we refilled all of his products except for his spot treatment because he still has some of that left, and he probably won't need to use it as much at this point because he doesn't have as much breakouts happening. So I didn't need to refill that one. I swapped the acne scrub for a Mandelic scrub because Mandelic has a smaller molecule. It's antibacterial, antifungal, but it just doesn't penetrate as fast, so it can keep you from getting too dry while you're using all the rest of this stuff. Of course, Mandelic can be drying if you're using a lot of it, but I think with this routine and the type of skin that he has, it was, you know, a good option for him. So I went ahead and gave him that. Then I refilled his Exfol A, so he's not using the 5% anymore. It's just Exfol A by itself at night. He got SPF and Clear as well. The toner, I believe, stayed the same, normalizing toner or normalizing tonic. So a lot of conditioning ingredients at the same time as oil controlling ingredients. All of this is really just trying to get your skin to balance itself out and figuring out what it needs and what it wants. Everything is a balance when it comes to skincare. You really want everything to be balanced. When things are out of balance, that's when you get breakouts and stuff like that. And that can be internally as well. If things are imbalanced internally, you'll see stuff popping up on your face. So it's a whole thing. But the whole entire journey has just been trying to get his skin to balance out, clear its congestion, and reduce all the inflammation. The photos that I have are really amazing. He's super happy with his results. He gave me a hug the other day, and yeah, he's just really happy with his results. You know, I love seeing people come in here and they're like, I'm so happy, like it looks good. I'm like, are you happy with everything that, you know, is going on at home with the products? You know, do you want me to look for anything specifically? You want me to address anything specifically? It's always about you and making sure you're feeling the best about your program and making sure you're feeling the best about your skin. So if you guys are interested in more content, check the links below for our Instagram and other links. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. This video was really fun to make, so if you guys want more in-depth videos about anything, feel free to let us know and we can put that stuff out for you. If you've gotten this far in the video, please leave a like, subscribe down below for more wellness skincare content from PurestheticsPros. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.